And hopefully everybody is having a great day. I know I am. There we go. Hopefully my messages will go through this time. Cross my fingers. Um, I've thought about things long. I've thought about them hard. Thought about a lot of things. And I've come to a realization of different things. Everybody has to realize one thing.
Barnacles, huge ones.
Hold up. Everybody has to. Okay. Now I can moderate. Okay. Everybody has to. Okay. Everybody has to realize one thing and one thing only. Guys, gals, sisters, brothers, everything. Guys have to realize You guys have to realize one thing, and I'm going to tell you guys the truth about this. This here, all of this that surrounds us every day digitally, this is the internet, folks. When I am broadcasting, I'm broadcasting from my phone to the internet. Well, this is the internet, okay? And inside the internet, hey, what's up? Inside the internet, you're going to be dealing with a lot of positive, negative, and in between people every day. You know, there's people that are going to like you, there's people that are going to hate you, and there's people that are going to say, I don't know, tolerate you. It all depends on basically what you put out on your channel. And okay, you're a kid. You're not supposed to be here, dude. So you get blocked. Obviously, you're a kid. Nice try. I just saw your profile. It's a kid's profile, so bye-bye. Looks like there's another one. Let's see here. Let's see what this one. This one, I don't know. I don't know if it's... Are you over the age of 18 to be here? I hope so. But anyway, like I said, guys, this is the internet, folks. You're going to come across both positive Okay. All right. But anyway, like I said, guys, this is the internet. And in the internet, you're going to come across a lot of positive and negative and in between people every single day, every single time you go live, every single time you push that button, every single time you project yourself in the World Wide Web. You're going to come across all kinds of different people every day. I got a whole bunch of different ones. I've got Samsung, I've got Motorola, you know, all kinds of stuff. Let me check your channel. Okay, you seem to be a kids channel, so I think you got to go bye-bye. So I don't deal with kids. Sorry, dude. But anyway, as I was saying, you're going to come across both positive and negative factors on the internet. How you decide to deal with them is up to you. But I'm just saying, for somebody that's hating on you and they just don't like you no matter what, and it could be various reasons. It could be what? It could be by the way you smell, by the way you look, by the way you feel, anything. You know, it could be, hey, how's it going? Hopefully you're old enough to be here. I'm going to check you right now. Yep, that's a kid's channel. Okay. You're gone. Don't deal with children, thank you. But anyway, we all deal with positive and negative forces all over the place. Even in real life, we do. Now, how you choose to respond, well, that's up to you. But all I'm saying, if for somebody that truly doesn't like you, whether the way you smell, the way you look, you know, even you don't even have to say, sometimes with some of these people, you don't even have to say anything. You just do your own thing and they already starting to hate on you. And then you can try and confront them and say, why do you hate me, and this and that and this and that and this and that. And regardless of how much talk there is, regardless of how much interaction there is, if someone flat doesn't like you, they're not going to like you. Period, point blank. And you can try and talk with them, try and reason with them, whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, a hater is a hater, a liker is a liker, and mediocre is mediocre. You know, it's personal choice. You know, and I get it. I understand it. So, and I've come to terms with it. And it's nothing bad. It's just, it is what it is. Either you like it or you don't, or you accept it or you won't. You know? With me, I've learned to try and adapt myself and adopt a new, hey baby. Hey baby. See, this is Luna Bear here. Come here, Luna Bear. Let's give him a good show here. This is my baby. Baby Luna Bear. Yeah. She wants down so she can go play. And then this is little Apollo here. Eat the baby too. He's the littlest of the three. So, yeah. Dogs don't like to be, these dogs don't like to be picked up that much. So, yeah. So, I would show you guys Stony, but Stony doesn't like to be picked up that much. And besides, she just drank water, so I don't want to make her cough or nothing. So, but anyway, like I said, guys, we've got to learn to take the good with the bad and the happy with the sad. We got to accept the positive and eliminate the negative. There's a song like that. Says you gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. I'm old school, yeah, I know. But anyway, like I said, and there are some times to where I have very serious conversations on here. I really do. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Okay, that looks like a kid account, so you're not supposed to be here. And if I made a mistake, not to worry, I'm just timing you out. You could always come back in the next stream if I made a fuck up. So no big deal. That's why I time people out, because sometimes I do make mistakes. I'm only human. So if I did make a mistake, I apologize ahead of time. Like I said, you guys can always come back the next stream, and that way I can get to know you, and that way I can know that, oops, I made a fuck up, I'm sorry. So, and I do make mistakes sometimes. I do. And if I could do it all over again, from my experience online, what would I change? Well, I'll tell you one thing. If I could do it all over again, hey, what's up? Yes, I'm gonna keep the stream up. I usually try and keep these streams up on this channel. I try my best, but this one I will keep up. I will make sure of that. Thank you for asking. Appreciate it. I've been here for a long. Yes, I actually know what you were talking about. I addressed that yesterday. I addressed it in a very serious and very adult type of manner. It wasn't right what this individual was talking about. I really addressed it. I don't hate this person. I do not. I addressed it in the previous stream before this one. Let me see if I can, I can't get it on that phone, but I'm gonna see later on after the stream. I'll see if I can. I think it's public. Yeah, well, if it is, like I said, all right, I'm going to do a little bit of a recap. Okay, what had happened? Okay, I'll check it. But I'm going to do a little bit of a recap. I was watching a stream yesterday, last night. I happened to find her channel, and she was doing a stream. And she had mentioned something about Lenore Bunny calling her really nasty stuff, being really nasty, being really sick. It was disgusting. And I was very, very disappointed in this individual because it was about basically said something really nasty towards Lenore Bunny. I care about Lenore Bunny. I really do. And by her saying, that nasty stuff, I wasn't mad. I wasn't upset. I was just disappointed in her. Yes, it really did. It hurt me to hear her say that as well. Because, Lenore didn't do anything to anybody. She's done nothing to nobody on this. She's the most innocent, kind-hearted, loving, caring woman that anybody has ever had the privilege to meet. Yes, she's never hurt anybody. She's always been helpful. She's always been nice. And when that woman went live and said what she said, I'm like, dude, she was your friend too. She was nice to you. She was allowing you to talk with her, allowing her to speak with her. She never said a nasty word to you at all. And you go ahead and do that? And I told her, I wasn't mad, but I was disappointed. Because I had always, actually, I have just a little bit of a lingering respect for her. And the only reason why is because she saved my life once. And now that's why I'll never talk shit on her. I'll never say a bad word about her. Yes. I love Lenore so much, man. I hope she's doing well. I really do. I seriously miss the heck out of her every single day. I wish I could contact her on Twitter, but I lost the code to my Twitter, so I can't get into it no more. I've been trying to find it, but like I said, man, I wasn't mad. I was disappointed because I expected better from that young lady than what I had seen. And that hurt. That really hurt. It really did. Yeah, you're fine. But like I said, that really hurt, man. You know, and if anything else, I don't care about everything else. The least this woman could do is give Lenore Bunny an apology. That's all. Everything else, you know, whatever she said, fuck her, you know, whatever. Just, yeah. You know, I just wanted to, you know, just, you know, have her have the decency to at least give Lenore Bunny an apology. That's all. Just say sorry for talking to her, talking about her like that. Because she never spoke ill on anybody. She never will. So, and that was a little bit of a recap on that. I don't mean to cause drama either. I don't mean to cause any disdain or. That's why, you know, when I said what I said, it wasn't a bashing stream. It wasn't a, you know, I'm gonna run you through the mud stream. No. It was just me speaking like an adult about how I felt about that. And if anything else, to tell you the truth, I think that was very immature. But that's just me. You know, because they know better than this. Yeah, it does. And yeah, it does hurt me a lot. Because I looked up to this young lady and I held her close as a really good friend once. And by her doing this, I'm just like, when will you ever learn? When will you ever stop? When will you just ever grow up and stop doing this stuff and stop hurting yourself and hurting other people? Because, you know, one day you're going to wind up being by yourself. And you're going to wind up just having regret and having a bunch of stuff that you just don't need to carry with you. It's really sad. You know, it really is. That people in this world lower themselves to pick on innocent people that do nothing to nobody. And it's just, it's just sad. You know, it really is. And I hope someday she sees the voice of reason, and I hope someday she sees the error in her ways, and I hope she changes for the best. I really do. Because she has the capacity to be a. Yes, she is. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly, you know. And, you know, she comes from a very strong and very proud family background. And I know her whole entire family. I do. I've actually, well, kind of spoken with a lot of them. And they're very prideful and very understanding people, you know. But like I said, you know, nobody can control the actions of what somebody else does. The only thing you can do is just pray for them. That's the best thing you could do. Pray that they come back home, that they come back, that they realize that, oops, I made a mistake, and, you know, correct themselves. We can't make them do it. They've got to decide to do it on their own. You know, whether they do or whether they don't, you know, it's not up to us, it's up to them. I'm just hurt that she would actually lower herself down to that level, which it wasn't right. It really wasn't. And yeah, so now I'm just hanging out here, taking care of my pups, you know, carrying my dogs out here. There. This is Stony here. I finally caught her. This is Stony. I showed Luna and Apollo, but this is Stony here. So I got to set her down because she just tanked up on a bunch of water, and so I don't want her throwing up all over the place. So. But anyway, the two big girls that I just showed you, those are they're German Shepherd Husky mixes. I have one too, but she's in the back right now because see these dogs here can't be with the other dogs because number one, they're not fixed, and number two, they're very territorial, and number three, they fight. So I keep them separated for a reason. So it's nothing bad. It's just what I have to do to keep the peace around here. So see, I usually let these guys out, and then I put them back up in their kennel and do all that, and then I let the other ones out, and then, you know, I switch out throughout the day. Like I'll take them out right now, and then later on at around, preferably around noon or around 2, somewhere in there, I'll take them out again. And then around 5 something around in there, I take them out and then I feed them and let them run around and stuff. Trust me, when I let them out, I usually let them roam around for a long time before I put them back in the house. So, you know, sometimes during the afternoon, though, it gets real hot outside, so I don't really keep them out for very long. Because think about it. Think about this. It's just like you wearing a fur coat, like a heavy coat, a warm coat, all year round and not being able to take it off. That's how these guys are. They're not meant for hot or warm weather. They're meant for cold weather. So, and unfortunately, that's not happening here. So, yeah. That's it there. We've been having a tick problem over here. I think we've got it under control. Pretty much. We've been checking the dogs to make sure that they don't have any ticks on them or anything like that. And I'm going to see if I can pull out their pool today and see if I can let them play in their pool later on today. And they love their little play pool. It's so cute. You know, it's just a place for them to cool off when it gets hot and all that kind of stuff. So, it's weird. Stony doesn't care about the water hose. You know, she loves the water hose. She loves getting squirted and all that. But Luna doesn't. Luna will run away as soon as I get the water hose, and Apollo does too. So, yeah. But yeah. So, hey, baby. She's such a doll. To my baby. Want to go down and play? Okay. So anyway, yeah, this is my life, man. You know, this is what I do. You know, on this channel, it's more of a reflection type channel. You know, it's nothing really, it's nothing really big. Like if I have stuff to talk about, I'll come on here and I'll discuss it. I wish I was able to do a panel, but 9 times out of 10, when I do a panel, number one, notifications don't go out like they should. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, my been broke down for a while, and I've been trying to get me a new one, but yeah, it's been a little difficult because, see, my rototiller that I have is Sears Roebuck, and unfortunately, Sears went out of business. So, hey, Sissy Poos, good morning. How you doing this morning, Messias? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're feeling well. Hopefully you're having a great day. I was just about ready to message you and to check in on you to see how you're doing. I'm doing a little bit better. Um, I saw a stream last night that was kind of a little bit hurtful. In fact, it made me sick to my stomach, and I couldn't watch the whole thing because it just made me want to throw up. And I'm like, dude, I can't watch this. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna watch somebody just destroy themselves like that. I'm not gonna do that. No, I don't put up with that. Oh, that's probably why I was getting sick too. See, we go through the same stuff. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I'll tell you offline. I'm not going to discuss it anymore here. So, in fact, hold up just 1 minute. There you go. I sent you a message on the thing there, so I explained it a little bit. So, yeah. But like I said, that, stuff that I saw yesterday, that wasn't cool, dude. It wasn't. It really wasn't. And this young lady should have known better than that. There is no legitimate reason for that. None at all. I mean, I thought of her as a better person than that. I really did. But it happened the way that happened. It is what it is, There's nothing really anybody can do about it. Other than just roll on and, keep going with life. But now I know why I unsubscribed to her channel. Now I know why I stopped watching her. Because of crap like that. So. The only reason why I was curious about what she was saying, because I thought, I thought it was going to be decent, I didn't think she was going to go off the wall like that. I didn't know. But apparently she did, dude. And it's sad. I got some chili peppers. Hopefully these chili peppers will make it. They're trying to. You can see little nubs here, little nubs there. They're trying to come through, so. I've been watering this, but I haven't been, we haven't been over watering it. But only problem is it's been like goddamn hot. So hopefully they'll recover someday. I hope. They're still green, so that's a plus. So anyway, guys, I got some things I've got to do around here. Yeah. I'm pissed about it too, and I'm hurt about it too. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. So you guys take care. Much love, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace, and thank you for watching. Later, guys. I'm gonna make sure that this stream stays up. So later, guys.